Earthquakes, tsunamis, and storms. Nature can shake us, drown us, and blow us away. Think you know the world's wildest disasters? Let's find out. Which country experienced the strongest earthquake ever recorded? Chile. Groundbreaking. Chile shook with the biggest quake in history. Which ocean was hit by the deadly 2004 tsunami? Indian Ocean. Wave of truth! The Indian Ocean faced the tragedy. Mount Vesuvius buried which ancient city in AD 79? Pompeii. Volcanic victory. Pompeii was frozen in time. Which U.S. city was devastated by Hurricane Katrina in 2005? New Orleans. Storm struck. New Orleans took the hardest hit. Which country has the most active volcanoes? Indonesia. Eruption nation. Indonesia leads in volcanoes. What is the deadliest natural disaster ever recorded? (1931) China floods. Flood fact. China's 1931 floods were the deadliest. Which country suffers the most tornadoes each year? USA. Twister time! USA spins out the most tornadoes. Mount Fuji is a famous volcano in which country? Japan. Iconic eruption. Japan is home to Mount Fuji. The Ring of Fire is found around which ocean? Pacific Ocean. Fiery fact. The Pacific Ocean circles the Ring of Fire. Which country was hit by the massive 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami? Japan. Shaken and stirred. Japan faced the disaster. Which African country suffered the devastating cyclone Idai in 2019? Mozambique. Cyclone shock. Mozambique was hardest hit. Which U.S. state is nicknamed Tornado Alley? Texas. Twist and shout! Texas is tornado central. Krakatoa's massive eruption happened in which year? (1883). Boom! 1883 marked Krakatoa's historic eruption. Which country experienced the deadliest earthquake in history? 1556. China. Historic quake. China shook the hardest. Which storm is measured by the Saffir-Simpson scale? Hurricanes. Storm scale. Hurricanes get the Saffir-Simpson treatment. The Dust Bowl drought struck which country in the 1930s? USA. Dry times. The USA battled the Dust Bowl. Which country is most prone to tsunamis? Japan. Wave watch. Japan is tsunami territory. Which South American country has the deadliest volcano eruption record? Colombia. Volcano tragedy. Colombia's Nevado del Ruiz erupted. Which disaster struck Haiti in 2010? Earthquake. Quake check. Haiti was hit by a massive earthquake. Which European country suffered the Lisbon earthquake in 1755? Portugal. Historic shake. Portugal rocked in 1755. Which U.S. state has the most earthquakes? Alaska. Shaky state. Alaska tops earthquakes. Cyclone Nargis struck which Asian country in 2008? Myanmar. Cyclone chaos. Myanmar faced Nargis. Which disaster was measured at 9.5 on the Richter scale in 1960? Chile. Earthquake. Record breaker. Chile shook with 9.5 magnitude. The Great Fire of London happened in which year? (1666). Burning fact: London blazed in 1666. Which Caribbean island was devastated by Hurricane Maria in 2017? Puerto Rico. Storm strike. Puerto Rico faced Maria's wrath. Mount St. Helens erupted in which U.S. state in 1980? Washington. Boom in the Northwest. Washington shook with St. Helens. Which disaster hit Bangladesh in 1970, killing over 300,000? Cyclone. Storm of history. A cyclone shook Bangladesh. Which country suffers the most deadly landslides? China. Sliding fact: China faces the deadliest landslides. Hurricane Sandy hit the U.S. in which year? (2012). Stormy memory. Sandy struck in 2012. Which country is home to the volcano Mount Etna? Italy. Eruption classic. Mount Etna towers in Italy. Which Asian country is hit most by typhoons? Philippines. Storm central. The Philippines faces the most typhoons. What natural disaster destroyed San Francisco in 1906? Earthquake. Shaky city. San Francisco fell to an earthquake. Which country had the most deadly famine in the 20th century? China. Hunger tragedy. China's famine was the deadliest. Which disaster struck Mount Pelée in 1902? Volcanic eruption. Fiery fact: Mount Pelée erupted in 1902. The Boxing Day tsunami in 2004 began near which country? Indonesia. Waves start. Indonesia was ground zero. Which U.S. state is most affected by hurricanes? Florida. Storm zone. Florida takes the most hits. Which European country faced the deadly Vaillant Dam landslide in 1963? Italy. Sliding history. Italy saw the Vaillant disaster. Which country has the most earthquakes after Indonesia and Japan? Chile. Quake zone. Chile shakes in third place. Hurricane Mitch struck which region hardest in 1998? Central America. Storm strike. Central America was battered by Mitch. Which disaster hit Australia badly in 2019 to 2020? Wildfires. Burning truth. Australia faced deadly wildfires. Here's your final challenge. Which U.S. city was destroyed by the massive earthquake and fire of 1906? Drop your guess in the comments. Let's see who's a true disaster expert. And that's a wrap. 40 shocking facts about the world's most powerful natural disasters. Did you survive this quiz? Tell us your score. And don't forget the bonus in the comments.